Hey everybody, Coach John here. Happy Sunday. The week of Christmas is coming up here in the U.S., and we are looking forward to that. Hopefully, it's going to be different, obviously, for many reasons, but at the same time, it still means the same thing of celebration, okay? Wanted to share this with you because I just recorded a quick podcast from my Motivation Monday, the game plan. This is out of John Maxwell's book, What Successful People Know About Leadership. And I wanted to give this point that was one of 6, and number 6 is give them hope. And I want to tie it on to not only do we as leaders, because we're all leaders in some way, shape, or form, because we all influence others, it also has to be for ourselves too. And so this was reminding myself about give them hope. Hope is the foundation of change. If we continue to hold hope high and we help others do the same, there's always a chance to move forward and succeed. Crisis holds the opportunity to be reborn. Difficult times can discipline us to become stronger. Conflict can actually renew our chances of building better relationships. It's not always easy to remember these things. As leaders, our job is to remind people of the possibilities and to help them succeed. We also need to help ourselves too, okay? So we got to remind ourselves. And little books like this, I mean, look at the size of this thing, right? I think the cover price is typically $10. I've seen them cheaper. Okay, this one I got 60% off that. All right, it's a great steal. So again, these things that we talk about helping others, we got to help ourselves too. Okay. Hey, Merry Christmas, Stephen. How are you? Yes, I hope the same to you and your family. Okay, I appreciate you always being a support here. Okay. So again, there's some things about hope is the foundation of change. All we got now is hope, you guys. Right? With what's been happening, pandemic and politics and other things, and there's still not that sense of normal. I think coming out of this, I'm hopeful that we're going to create, I know I want to create a new definition of normal, right? I want to keep slowing things down a bit to remember what's important and not just because of a crisis, right? Crisis is like the one that we're in, teach us lessons, right? Crisis holds the opportunity to be reborn, learn new things, right? Difficult times can discipline us to be stronger. Conflict can actually renew our chances of building better relationships. All that stuff is what we're going through right now, you guys, right? This is crazy. I love this book, okay? So I just want to remind myself and you that hope is around us, right? There are better days coming, and not just from this pandemic, but hopefully for our future, right? You keep investing in yourself, you keep learning new skills, you keep picking up new things, you keep meeting new people, right? That's what we got to hope ourselves to have, right? Hey, Scott, how are you, buddy? Doing well. Yep, a lot going on. Yeah, Scott, we can definitely talk because 2020 has been a crap show for a lot of people in a lot of ways, but it's also been new opportunities and new things happening too, which I know you've been going through. Hey, Emily, good to see you. Glad you're stopping by watching. Yeah, Scott, we got a lot to talk about. We can definitely get on a podcast, right? Because I think that's what I'm talking about. And I threw something out on Twitter. Recent podcast was this too. John Gordon threw out something. Hey, what are you thankful for 2020? And the first inclination, I started listening to John Leary's podcast, and he started off the same thing. We always go to the negative, right? We always go to the negative about 2020. I can't wait for New Year's and get this in our rearview mirror and blah blah. What about the opportunities? What about the new ideas and the new relationships and the new way of, you know what? Boy, have I found what's important in my life, right? 2020, I think, can teach us so many lessons. We got to be willing to open up to them, you know? And I think back to our ancestors, my grandparents especially, going through World War II, going through the Depression, right? I heard them talk about those things throughout my early lifetime when they were still around, and it was never complaining about them. It was more about the lessons they got from them. Yeah, that's a good thing to remember right there. In fact, I gotta remember to record that later. All right. Hey, Deborah, good to see you. Jeremy, books can be in the mail tomorrow. Fired up. You know what? We at our house, Jeremy, there's still packages for some presents for family and stuff that we ordered back in November. We still don't have. So this gives me another on a long list of things to watch the mail for. Jeremy, thank you so much for that, man. I appreciate that. Yes, Scott, we will do that. Love doing that. Tom Gustafson's in the house. Happy Sunday here, Tom. Hope everything's well for you and your family over in Sweden, the great country of Sweden. Hope everything's fine. I haven't been watching Tiger Woods. PGA Tour Champions just came on. I got to see what's going on with Tiger and his son. I don't know if Justin and his dad, Mike Thomas, won possibly. It's looking like. Something came up here. Logan's in the house. Holy cow. Thank you guys for all the support. Really appreciate it. Merry Christmas this week to everybody. Here in the U.S., all around the world. Happy New Year's coming up. There'll be some more podcasts coming up. But thank you so much for fired up, Logan. Thank you so much for just hanging out with me and chiming in and just leaving comments. I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. There's a lot to get out, you guys, to help other people. And again, this book right here, okay, what successful people know about leadership. Read that little passage about hope, and it's not only for us giving hope to others, but for ourselves too. You know, and the great lessons that we got to learn here as 2020 ends up. Okay, all right, love you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, I gotta go in and finish a quick errand, and we'll talk again soon. Okay, take care. See you.